What is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Welcome back. Been a minute since a live stream. My apologies for that. My God, it's been busy, guys. It's definitely been busy. Let me just move this upward a little bit for you guys. And yeah, so you guys could see BYDFI made a position P&L thing now, so you can see how much you're ahead or down, which is really good. What's that right there? Okay, so yeah, it's even better in most other exchanges. I talked to them, not to toot my own horn, I talked to them and told them they should do this, and they finally have. So Evan Aldo is a big influence on this exchange, I guess. I mean, I'm sure other people probably told them to as well, but you know. So, that's kind of P&L, $4,500 on ETH, and I've been just kind of sitting on this. So, kind of looking for 3,000 here, and I think, it'll be pretty cool if we do get 3,000. We'll see what happens with Chainlink and other things. I mean, alts are still a little bit sketchy now, but ETH is really where a lot of things are. I found this really old chart. I usually look at it, I do the minus tether, but I look at this old chart for, because I was thinking it would be more of a, back here in about 2 years ago, I was thinking things would be, they would come down a lot farther, quicker than they have. What's up, Kalichi? What's up, M-Ice? So yeah, looking for a pullback. We'll see if we get it. But yeah, what's up, Victor? Appreciate you guys. But yeah, I mean, I was kind of looking for this area, and then you're kind of almost there. So I mean, it depends. It's kind of hard to say. There's different views on it. The Fed most likely will cut now in September, maybe an NTQT in September. So we'll see if that, it could be delayed until December. And if it is delayed until December or January or something of that nature, then I would think that your bull run's over and cutting rates would probably not do enough, and things would bleed. But we'll see. We'll see. But I mean, ultimately what we're looking at here is, I'm just thinking there. I mean, yeah, you're trying to come down to that area. I mean, the same thing here, totally. Yeah, that one minus Bitcoin. I mean, potentially coming down to this lower one. I mean, you do have some level that you're playing with right here, but no, to be honest with you guys, I mean, it doesn't look good. You're making that lower low on others versus Bitcoin. I mean, I guess if theoretically, if you can recover quickly here, you still may have something to say, but your money flow is not as good as it should be. ApeCoin and some other ones though are looking a little strong. I mean, you look at ETH. I guess the ETH coins, the ones on the ETH, ETH chain or whatever. A lot of them are looking strong, and I mean, people were arguing. A lot of people think that something, for example, like PayPay, will follow ETH and probably outperform it if ETH keeps coming up. So, yeah, I mean, who knows? But I do think it's going to be a lot of there's a lot of a strong case to be made for a lot of the ETH tokens right now. And ultimately, when you look at ETH, I mean, it doesn't get much better in this on ETH versus Bitcoin. I mean, I guess there's some people still bearish on this pair, but anyone telling you otherwise is, I mean, it's a basic TA. It goes against all TA structures and stuff to say that this is going to, make a lower low or go bearish. Anything can happen, but it's just the likelihood here is not very high that's going to go much lower. So, that's the positive thing that we're looking at right there. And always appreciate you guys smashing the like button. So yeah, what's up, Nonya Rabbit? So yeah. And, ETH right here, hitting that point. I mean, usually when you see something like the 3 week, I mean, it could bounce around, it could correct, and somebody mentioned 2,200, sure, anything's possible. But, as this 2 day comes upward, I think you got, I mean, the most likely scenario here would be, something at least of this nature, into, let's say you consolidate, you jump up, I don't know, into July, into June, mid-July. That could be at 4,000. Now, will it hit that early? I hope. Will it hit it? It will take a lot longer, maybe. But I think there could be some big potential here. A lot of interest is pretty low in crypto, so maybe you come up to this area into the end of June, early July or something. Just maybe. Let's not get too excited, but just maybe. And then you kind of get your summer lull, your summer correction. But people are still excited, but people give up. They're still excited. And then, that's what we're hoping for. And at the earliest, I would say would be October. Latest probably would be early January for this to potentially top out. So, June could be a damn good month. I'll tell you that much. June could be a damn good month. The bubble is cooked. What do you mean? It's about to pop. We'll see what happens. Money flow would tell you otherwise here. you know, if we just look at some of these, I mean, it could even be crazy. Well, let's see here. I mean, this one took a little bit of, it could be kind of like this. I mean, that's a little bit more extended. So some things are pointing October, at October. Generally, Bitcoin and ETH do top out 18 months after the halving. That would be October. I think that's happened every single time. I heard it, you know, because Bitcoin, they were talking about that on one of the Twitter spaces that I was on. So, yeah. Excuse me. Retail interest is bullish for sure. Remaining low, yeah. So, you know, I think that we got potential, that we definitely have a lot of potential, especially for tokens on the ETH chain. ETH chain tokens, I'm very bullish on. ETH itself, ETH versus others, very bullish on as well right here. So, I mean, you know, I made that video like a week ago or so about, you know, 4 trades to get you from potentially $15K to $1 million. I mean, it could be 500K to $1 million, you know, depending, you know, but essentially, what's up, Mark Dutch? I appreciate you. But essentially, guys, I mean, you know, what was I going to say? So, yeah, essentially, I think that, what was I going to say again? Zoning out a little bit, but, you know, essentially, I think that you got a good shot for ETH, and I think that, you know, a few more months, ETH will do well, and then maybe some altcoins will fight back, but, you know, it's kind of an ETH, you know, an ETH dominant market right now. Flow, we were looking at this in Paul Barron. I don't know if I'd have the highest outlook on this, but some good news may be coming relatively soon. There's some, you know, if you look at fundamentals and news, there could be something here. I wouldn't be the most optimistic though. I mean, the other store file coin you could look at as well, which is probably pretty lackluster as well. Yeah, not too much happening there, but we'll see. I don't think I even own Filecoin. If I do, it's not a large position, I'll tell you that much. How about, like, I don't know, for example, Theta, maybe. Trying to get that higher low in. I mean, ETH did it, so yeah. Appreciate you, Nona. Welcome. None of your business. I knew somebody whose name was actually Nunya. So it's actually a name. It's this girl, yeah, that I knew in LA. Well, I know her that well. I met her like twice, but, you know. It was just interesting because she's like, oh, my name is Nunya. She's like a none of your business. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so without the money printing, yeah, we've seen what it does to alts, not two very good things, but even without it, we still have Bitcoin at freaking, you know, up to 111K, 105K currently. So, yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, unless you think this is the top, which it could be, who knows? But I think you got more potential here, especially on ETH. So yeah, yeah, it was Indian. Yeah, I think it was India. I think she was Indian. She looked at, I mean, either that or somewhere around that area, somewhere around that area of the world. But yeah. Crapcoin projects dies you're looking for. I mean, it depends how you define die. I mean, there's still people trying to talk about Pulse and Hex, and I mean that's been dead in my opinion for a while. But depends what you define as dead. I mean, yeah. Let's see, FXS. Let's take a look. XRP2, I think could have some potential. X. Yeah, I don't know. Some potential, maybe. Hard to say. Privacy coins getting some liquidity. Let's see. Let's look at Zcash. I haven't looked at that in a minute. Yeah, it's actually done pretty damn well in the past year. Yeah. some potential here. So if you could hold these areas, then you could be up on your way. So we'll see. So yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? I think June is going to be a pretty bullish month with a peak maybe early July or something. Late June, early July. I think you're going to have a good June, man. I'll tell you that much. I think you're going to have a pretty good June here. Of course, I could be wrong. I could be wrong as always, but I think you're going to have a good June. And always appreciate you guys smashing the like button. Pin chat, BloFin. This is BYDFI. BYDFI, yeah, as I mentioned, BYDFI is good too. BYDFI and BloFin are probably the best two, I think, to use. Non-KYC right now, no VPN required, so those are pretty good. Interface, I thought, was a bit better on BloFin, but now they changed BYDFI a little bit. I told them they should change it, and they have followed through with that, and ETH is pumping right now, so that's cool too. So yeah, we got the decent sized ETH position. And I think I did put this in the Discord as well. And by the way, guys, if you sign up to BloFin or BYDFI, deposit at least $100, open a support ticket in the Discord with your UID or your email, and we'll get you sorted there. Same goes if you open a breakout account, breakout funded account or whatever. You know, try, or was a valuation account they got. Yeah. So yeah. But I mean, a little bit of a boring week with the conference. Came down a little bit, but nothing too much, you know, Wednesday. And now, yeah, a couple days later, a week later, it came down a little bit. But, you know, I think we should be able to jump and eventually get to our next target right around 3K, which would be, from where we are right now, about a 14% increase. So we'll take it, you know what I mean? I've heard of Turbo, yeah. So, is it, let's see. And by the way, I had a little bit of trouble with Coinbase, with withdrawing money from not like it was nothing to do with them really. It was just nothing to be afraid of. It was just like hooking up the bank account because my one of my bank accounts, they switched the routing and account numbers, so I was having trouble re-hooking it up. So it was a little annoying. What's up, Sunset Beach? Was that Hawaii? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm almost thinking, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm almost thinking October might be your damn top if you can get. I mean, that would be best case scenario. You get to like fucking, excuse the language, 7,400 by October or in October, and then you're kind of done, which it's quick. You know, it's only a few months away now. It's quick. So, I mean, you could see a lot of shit happen in that amount of time. That would be the time to start DCAing the hell out, I would argue, you know. So, yeah. So let's see here. But yeah. Trigger wave right there. So you could take the trade, yeah. I mean, this confirms it now. This could be a trade. I'll give you a freebie. I mean, I'm kind of in this trade, you know, right here. You're looking at it right now, but you could take that. I mean, entry would be at stop loss, which is a risk-free trade. And yeah, I mean, it would be, well, yeah, you would go like here, I would say. I mean, to be safe, maybe there. I mean, you could try to run this up. You could try to run her up, you know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, that would be essentially that one. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. So is Turbo. Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the 6-day on this. You know, maybe you'll do something. I don't know much about this. I personally would stay away from it, but I mean, I don't know. You do you. And then these are coming down a wee little bit. Let's see, your 30-year. Whittle bit. Now it's coming back up. But I think these are kind of, like, I mean, for the TLT, I don't think you're going to see a real good decade until like the 2030s. Like, I think that'll be the good 10-year period. But this, I think, probably is bottomed. Like, I don't think these are going to go any lower, really. You're really looking like you're getting there, especially in that 3-week, that 2-week. Your monthly's iffy, but, this stuff looks pretty good. You know what I mean? So yeah. And then, rugs fun? No. Sounds like a rug pull. But yeah, let's see, 30-year mortgage. Let's see here. Just thinking about this. Man. Yeah, so coming back up, but hopefully. I mean, I guess you're generally under 7. Maybe you turn around a little bit. I mean, it is looking pretty overheated, pretty toppy on like your 3-week. Your monthly could go either way. Do have that green dot, but I think the previous red dot will play out more like that blood diamond there. You had one there, which worked out pretty well. I mean, they could take their time. The last two worked out. This one was choppy before you came higher. I think it was like the 77s, 1970s then, yeah. I don't know. I think it'll generally go down. 2035 is the top. I think the top is really 2029 and then 2035. 2030s I think are going to be a pretty, unfortunately, crappy sideways decade for Bitcoin, S&P 500, everything. Probably maybe gold could do somewhat well. But I think bonds will do well in the 2030s. I mean, that's what history would tell you. Maybe I'm wrong. Bearish daily money flow moving down. Let's see. You got a trigger forming. I think this is already played out. But yeah, if you break downward, then you're at 96 again, sure. Like, I mean, the logical thing here, like we did it kind of on ETH, but like, let's say, and I think that, let's say ETH gets up to that 4,000. Bitcoin gets up to around 120. Then you get your, your summer lull or whatever the hell, maybe not, I don't know where it's going to end up, but let's say here or something. Back to these points would make sense. Maybe July being the red month. It's like find the red month. You know what I mean? Find that red month, and then up to, I mean, if you're thinking October peak 140 could be everybody talking about 150. You only get to 140. If you're thinking November, December peak 150. So yeah. So yeah. 2.15 trillion market cap for Bitcoin currently. Oh, the weekly? Let's see. Well, that's technically not a bear div. I mean, if you do it from the wicks, yes. Not there yet, man. But if it does get there, things get a little bit more concerning, yeah. But I mean, the logical thing is we've talked about a lot on this channel, I mean, your next, like, 3 weeks a little bit. Yeah, it could take, the thing too, though, is this could take a hell of a long time to finally, like, this may look like this, man. Like, something like that before you finally get that red dot. So you got to wait for that red dot. I think we want to wait for the red dot here because it could be higher up, it could be months away. So, yeah. But I mean, that red dot on the 3-week, man, that next one could mark when we're done, but it's a big time frame, man. It takes a long time. Like this 3-week here, that took a long time to get that. You know what I mean? That one didn't work out, but the next one did. It takes a while sometimes. But yeah, if we can get up to, let's do the math here. So if ETH outperforms Bitcoin by about 42%, so let's say, I know this is like maybe overly optimistic. Maybe it probably is, but let's say you can get up to like close to, 55% jump, and then Bitcoin does, let's say, 13. That's probably enough where, I don't know the exact math, but that's probably enough to get her back up to these areas. And if you're up to 0.03 or 0.04, you're back in business. It's big, it's huge. And that monthly is really what we're looking at here. Now, maybe a double bottom like there. I would argue it could be a little bit different, but yeah. Last peak of summer next week. Well, we'll see. I think we could have another month generally, but yeah, I mean, well, let's look at generally where, unless you think that, well, unless you, I mean, you could top out any with fear and greed at any level, but let's see. Generally, when you're at those high 50s right here, this was October, and then that was kind of your peak, I believe, in December of 23. Yeah, October, and then so about a month there, a little over a month. That would correlate to early July. Let's see, same thing here. You were at, kind of had your peak, and then yeah, so that was, you would be right here right now, and then this was where was this to end of February. 3 weeks would be that one, and then if you're looking at kind of this area, October 23, yeah, about a month, a little over a month. I'd say in all likelihood you got a month here. Yeah, as I've talked about, end of June, early July is what we've been talking about. Kind of, I'm kind of spacing it a little bit more now, maybe into early July. But I do think, when you look at how things normally move, you're looking at that July is probably going to be your red month. June's probably going to be your green month. Very good month. June could be a fucking, excuse me the language. June could be a fucking good good month, I'll tell you that much. BTC Gold. Oh, is that even, let me see something here. Is that, I think I know what you're talking. Yeah, no, Bitcoin. Wasn't there an actual crypto called BTC Gold or whatever? I forget. This is Bitcoin versus gold, but I think she's got a little bit more. I think she may end up here. I think gold may come down, but let's look at it. I don't know. I think gold may come down. Let's see here. So, yeah, I mean, this is looks on that monthly. I mean, I wouldn't fuck with a monthly bear div like that. You got a month to confirm, but I think gold's going to come down. But it is holding that. But I don't know. Based on that monthly, it should come down. But everything else looks okay. That 3-week doesn't look too good either. We'll see what happens. I would be neutral to more bearish here. We'll see. Definitely have to see. Amigo. So yeah, but I think he got potential, I'll tell you that much. My bearish, 88, yeah, it can hit an all-time high. 88 is one of those ones I would be more optimistic on, definitely. You're making higher lows. I mean, let's see, that 3-week money flow coming up, 2-week not too, yeah, ooh, that's looking worse than a lot of fucking, yeah, that's it. Well, I mean, I wouldn't let the blood diamond scare you away too much, even though it's on every damn time frame. But yeah, trigger waves here. Maybe this could get a little weird. Yeah, maybe be careful with this. But yeah, your general price action would say she wants to come back up to these highs. So I don't know. But man, that is a little bit. You know what I mean? I mean, odds are of recession right now, you're down to like 30%. You're probably not going to, I don't think you're going to hit a recession, a minimum until 2026. 30% chance this year. I mean, it seems pretty unlikely at this point. Let's say, I mean, you were high in April, people were talking to tariffs, then the lion takes away tariffs, no more recession. So yeah. Andrew Cuomo is going to be the next mayor in New York, it looks like. I met Eric Adams at the Bitcoin conference, so yeah. Everybody thinks Eric Adams is corrupt, and I think it's kind of proven that he is. But yeah, Oklahoma City Thunder. Trade deals, India, Japan, Vietnam, Argentina, everywhere. What does the betting odds think? Okay, so I think it's going to be back up to 10. Yeah, 115, 40%, 120. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah. I mean, what's 65 there? Yeah, this is kind of, I mean, okay, so 150, that's unlikely. And then, so, yeah. They're betting, they don't know. People are pretty, yeah, 20%. I mean, people are optimistic here. They're thinking down, 2,800. I like that. I mean, I like that. I like that odds because then you're coming up to there. Yeah. Drop could start this year. Well, what are you thinking, Marco? You think it's all done? You think we're never getting up to 150K this year? It's all done? For cycle out the window? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Let's see here, man. Man, Vegas takes a lot out of you. I was there 5-6 days. Yeah, that takes a lot out of you. I'll tell you that much. It is a lot there. But yeah. Over a 94K Bitcoin. I don't really do things like that, but sure. I mean, it's lower than it is now. I mean, yeah, 96, and then after that, 88, 90, you know, wherever. I mean, yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm all about ETH at this point. I mean, I'm following the cycle. I'm following ETH. I'm not ignoring bullish charts here. I'll tell you that much. Well, quarter three would be, let's see, July, August. Yeah, I mean, your summer lull could be in September, you know, July, August, yeah, and then September onward could be good. I'm almost thinking, well, it's hard to say. I'm almost thinking we may see a lot of excitement between now and October, but I think July is going to be your bear month, probably, which is typical of your summer lull. Sammy's Pizza. I don't know Sammy's Pizza, but I mean, where I am is much, 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 much better for pizza. I'll tell you that much right now. Where I am is like the pizza capital. According to Joe Rogan, well, according to Portnoy, Joe Rogan, everybody, where I am is like the pizza capital of the damn world right now. But yeah, so yeah. Let's see here. So is that, man? I gotta buy some creatine, some collagen peptides. The cool kids are into these days. You know, supplements, kind of. Creatine's good if you're sleep deprived. Probably good for my recovery because you don't sleep too much when you're in Vegas. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I slept like 10 hours last night. I had a long, you know, flying from Vegas to the East Coast. It's a while, and then flight. Well, flight didn't. You know, it was one of those flights where it took a while to kind of take off, so it was delayed like an hour. But yeah. So yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. As I asked, as I said before, creatine. Yeah, the craze is creatine. I mean, if you guys have been around long enough, you know people change their damn minds about shit all the time. I mean, part of it's kind of just, you know, money making. I mean, you know, because you're like, you remember all this stuff, you know, many years, probably, you know, many years. They always said eggs were bad, cholesterol's bad. Now eggs are good. You know what I mean? It's always, yeah, always be weary. I always get that word wrong for some reason. Always be weary of, you know, what they're saying because you never know who's trying to profit and all that. But the big craze is collagen peptides, creatine right now. You mix it with your coffee. So yeah, I mean, I've definitely lost some muscle in the last week. Not like, you know, just probably not eating enough protein, not, you know, going to the gym for the last week really. You know, kind of some sleep deprivation as well. I mean, people talk about, you know, sleep being very important. I think they're right, but you know, different things affect different people different ways. So let's see, 6:30 Eastern right now. Yes, we're looking at that right there. Water retention. Yeah. You keep hydrated too. It's important. Oh man. Turnout in 2025 South Korea presidential election. Yeah, so no change. I mean, September's the view. I mean, it can be. I just want to see. Look at this quickly. I mean, bearish on the Bitcoin on what time frame, David? It depends. Yeah, so you're not looking. I mean, the odds are nothing until September, and then maybe December would be the second one. So you're two by the end of the year. Yeah, amino acid and creatine. Amino acid. That's like the stuff you mix with water. It's kind of sweet, right? Yeah. Taurine. Okay, let's see. Taurine, natural cocoa. Okay. I've heard creatine's definitely a mood booster. Taurine, I forget what the hell that is. That's another new one. People were not talking about taurine 5 or 10 years ago. I don't want to tell you that much. Creatine was around, but not. Yeah, I forget what the fuck taurine does. Anyway, I mean, I've made good gains without creatine. You know, some of these supplements. It's you know, I've made some pretty different things affect different people in different ways. That's one important thing. You kind of have to experiment and know what works for you. But I mean, I was looking at some pictures of me, at the beach without no creatine. I looked pretty good. That's when I was doing some like German variation, like German volume training, which, I think that stuff kind of, it depends. Like, I know I was always better at kind of long distance running versus sprinting. So I was like better at like higher volume my body responds to and handles a little bit better, in terms of working out. But, yeah. How big a Bitcoin plummeted? Imagine $500. Yeah, have you seen other options for Bitcoin? Yeah, I mean, maybe they're gonna get wrecked. Those ones trying to bet for 130 is too optimistic. I think you'll get close, but not. You could get up to 120. I think that's too optimistic. You don't need to eat carbs. Yeah, I think that's true. I definitely agree with you. Long term, no carbs may not be the best thing. Again, that's one of the things. There's a saltine cracker test you could do. Where some people respond better to carbs than others. If you put the saltine cracker in your mouth and it takes longer for the taste to turn sweet, you don't work as well with carbs than other people. But it depends on your genetics. It really depends on your genetics. Long term, no carbs could be bad for your testosterone. I've read and heard. Could be bad for your kidneys, although that's kind of not really the case. But I mean, the thing with like nutrition, all that is like there's not enough studies that were really done, and we don't really know. You know what I mean? You would think we know more of this shit, but it's different. Now all our DNA is a little bit different. How about enough organic chicken breast instead of sketchy powders? Yeah. That's what Naval Ravikant would kind of say. Chicken breast, steak. I'm more of a red meat guy. I just ate a steak earlier today. That was first steak in 2 days. I think I had some good steak. Vegas has damn good food. I'll tell you that. I mean, obviously expensive as hell, but some damn good food. Oh, some incredible steak. Like, yeah, the food. Like that's a rich man's place. Like a rich man trying to live good. Like, damn, Vegas, you got some good food. I mean, obviously the hospitality industry is just all of that, but shot of apple cider vinegar. Maybe. I've never heard that, Darren, but that's believable. Yeah, the view on chicken is it has too much omega-6s instead of omega-3s. You're better off with steak, but who the hell knows? I mean, the more you look into this stuff, you're just going to find different views and different studies telling you different things, Butter, green. I mean, the thing, too, that I'll say here that I don't know if this is like, 100% true, but I feel like if you like how the food tastes, I'm not talking about like eating fucking garbage, like Oreo cookies or stuff that's just designed to give you a dopamine rush. But if you like how the generally natural healthy food tastes, probably your body's going to react better to it than if you hate the taste of it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like bitter greens, so I don't think my body's going to do the best with bitter greens. Could be wrong, I like how steak tastes. I like bananas. I like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, fucking mango, papaya kind of, pineapple kind of. I like, what else do I like? I don't like liver. That doesn't taste too good. Um, you know, I like eggs to a certain extent. I eat eggs. I like yogurt to a certain extent, although it's added sugar and shit, probably not the best thing. But yeah, vegetables are mad with all the GMOs and shit. Yeah, especially in America. I mean, your average grocery bill for like I just bought at a normal grocery store, not like Whole Foods or nothing. Just an average like grocery store in the Northeast. I just bought some groceries that would probably last me like 4 days, not even 3 days, maybe. Like not even that, not even enough for that's assuming like I eat out one meal a day, which I probably will do. And it was like $70, $80. I mean, so I mean, yeah. Protein powder, nah. I mean, the whey I mean, you're better off to just eat steak or whatever. And you only need so much protein, eat steak, I mean, the cheap way to do it would be obviously ground beef, put it into like 80-20 or 80-85-15 ground beef, put it into like a hamburger, cook that shit on the stove. That's pretty good. I mean, I was really going hard with it, like in Argentina, because it's just so easy to get, good meats and all that. And it's a good place for that. And yeah, I made some good gains, damn good gains there. Putting up some numbers. Also, get really hardcore working on the shoulder for the past few months, and that's going really well too. So I'm happy about that. I haven't hit the gym in like a week, so I'm gonna try to go after this. After I buy the creatine and all that. Let's see. Chicken won't be a major sort of. Okay, interesting. Okay, nice. That's an interesting point. I don't really like chicken that much. I mean, it's okay. I like. I don't know. I like red meat better. What's up, James? Oh, you're probably in. Yeah, you're on the other side of the world. But yeah, no, this is looking good. I mean, trying to long this up to this would be the best trade right now. I'll give you guys a freebie. I mean, this would be. I posted this morning in the Discord too. This would be a good trade right now. So yeah. Ah man, let's see. Lamb is top. Yeah, people like lamb. I mean, yeah, I definitely wouldn't disagree with that. Um, I'm not the biggest green vegetable type of guy. Or my mother always used to force me to eat that crap when I was a kid. That's probably why. I never liked the taste of it. She was always against using too much salt and stuff. That's why I always, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, who knows how right somebody like Paul Saladino is, but I think generally, he's kind of got the right idea. I mean, like I mentioned, different things work for different people, but I think his diet's probably way better than the average Americans. Or yeah. But anyway, let's see. XDC. I don't know what the fuck that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, you could try to chase it. Maybe it'll bounce here. I don't know if this looks like the best chart, but it's weird. Maybe it'll jump here. That's tough to say. Hmm. What's up, Carla? Karma. Oh, Carl Malone. Okay. What's up? How's it going? So, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what else there would be interesting to look at. I mean, we could look at some... Oh, yeah, this was the... We'll see what happens with this on Total 3. Let's look at, like, some traditional... XPR, I don't even feel... I feel like that's not gonna... I feel like looking at that's not gonna improve my life. I don't know. My kind of guess here is, like... It seems like you're gonna come down within a month or two a bit, but my view is that, you know, this looks textbook, like something like this is gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Like enough to get some fear in July, maybe with the tariffs or something, and then it keeps going. So we'll see. Hmm. 100 mil market cap. Okay. Yeah, this one was... I don't know, man. It's hard to say. I mean, I don't see any evidence to support right at top. I mean, I could see maybe the 3 week, if you're getting a red dot there, you know. I don't see evidence to support that you've topped. You have a monthly green dot. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, you have a monthly green dot here. Do you have that in ETH? Not yet. You're about to get a trigger wave on the month. Like, there's not really a strong argument to support that you've topped out, guys. I mean, it's probably gonna be like... I mean, it's not gonna be exactly like this, but it could be somewhat. You know, I think you got a good shot of an all-time high by October, you know. But yeah. Really, like, monthly, once you're looking at this starting to get to the point where you're going to get a... Like, it's probably going to be something like this, with, like, a top and, like... What would make logical sense here? Let's just look at from you know, what was the distance here from green or... I mean, this is... That'd be a top in February. It's a little late. Well, it could be a top earlier before it confirms, but your prints and confirms. But that's September. February is somewhere between September and February, I will say. I mean, if you look at how this is forming, it's probably going to be something like this. October, November, December. Like your general 4-year cycle. I mean, you got more to... Like, let's just look at where this could go. This little... That's September, you know... Looking like October, honestly. But that could be definitely extended until January. Oops. So yeah, everyone bearish. Is everyone bearish, man? I mean, I don't think I think people are more neutral right now. But I mean, there's a lot of chodes out there, man. There's a lot of chodes out there. A lot of chodes. Yeah. Let's see, is anything going on the Twitters? AVAX. That's interesting if this is that 40. I mean, it's probably a 50K difference. It would be 10 more K, so you're looking at 120. Could be. Geez, I didn't realize a CAT scan was that much. Emergency room, 5,000, IV therapy. A kidney, yeah. Yeah, they really get you if you don't have health insurance, yeah. So it's about, he's 12, yeah. I mean, that would be, in most of the world, that would be I mean, a CAT scan would still be a good amount of money. But IV there, that would be like $100. And most of this would be 1/10. Yeah, probably would be a few hundred. Yeah. Yeah, laboratory should not be 2,500. Yeah, that would be, it would be like 1/10 the price, I would say. This is like 13, 14, 15, 16, almost 17. Yeah, it would probably be a couple grand at the most in most of the world. Yeah. There we go. Go some oil. Osana, I remember that. Yeah, that's yeah, I mean there's a lot of, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to really say. Yeah, high or low, I mean it could jump. Tough to say. It could jump though. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That meme quote, yeah. Let's look at it. You're gonna have to, I mean, is it this? It's not this. I'll try to find, I mean, there's a lot of Joes, man. I mean, is it this? Let's see. Yeah, it's gotta be this one. This probably, yeah, let's see, 8D. I mean, it hasn't done much, man. I mean, since you've been talking, I mean, it's up maybe a little bit, right? I mean, there's so much stuff I've looked at like this that never did anything. But I mean, I hope it does well. It goes well for you. I mean, I don't know. You know more about it than me. I mean, it's making higher lows. So, I mean, from there to there, you're up 10x. So maybe you repeat that. Who knows? I mean, up 6 grand on the ETH trade. So we'll take it. Damn. Thinking here. But yeah, guys, by the way, if you guys are interested in trading, we got some good promos, especially on BloFin and BYDFI. There's deposit bonus. I think it's 10% with both of them, capped out at like 3K for BloFin, maybe a little less for BYDFI. I think the BYDFI is 15%, but it's a little bit capped out at a little bit less. I know for BloFin, it's normally capped out at 3K bonus. If you deposit 30K, you get 3K. In addition, I give you guys a free month if you sign up to any of the exchanges down below. Deposit at least $100 or open a valuation account on Breakout. Just remember to open a support ticket with your UID or your email in the support ticket channel in the Discord. I am working on getting more payment options if you guys want to join the Discord for, I don't know, like on different chains. We had people kind of requesting to pay in like different chains for that, so check that out. And yeah, I mean, just trying to think here. So your funding rate is kind of low right now. So I mean, a lot of things would tell you got more potential here. Yeah, fear and greed would tell you got more potential. Funding rate would tell you got more potential. So I think that if I had to guess, I think try to hold it out. You know, I mean, I'm just trying to think for someone who wants to sell. Maybe you're way ahead on Bitcoin or something. You want to take some profits. I think it would make sense to wait till the end of the month to try to do that. But maybe I'm wrong. Because I mean, you're kind of getting to like people are. I mean, I'm just thinking about it, like people are way ahead, especially if you got in at like 20 or 15K, you know what I mean? Like you're way ahead. I mean, maybe you put in, I don't know, 80K. So you put in 80K at 15K. And what would that, let me do the math here. If you put in 80K at 15K, divided by 15K. So you have 5 Bitcoin. So times 110, let's say, if you can sell at 110. 600 grand, so like 80K to 600 grand. So I mean, yeah, I mean, look, I mean, the next place would be kind of end of this month, and then after that would probably be October. Historically, the DCA out period is generally from October to the end of December, so I think that would work well too. So yeah, but I mean, yeah. And there are some people that are way fucking ahead, I'll tell you that much. There are some people they got money you can't believe with Bitcoin, man. Money you can't believe. But yeah. They got money that you can't believe. jump from that point. But yeah, let's see volumes. Good debt and credit, yeah, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people borrow against, you know, you could borrow against the Bitcoin if you know how to do it right, assuming it's not going to end up like Celsius. But yeah. Let's see. SPX 69. Yeah. Man, I'm just bored looking at that memes right now. Highlight of Vegas. Oh man, a lot of highlights, man. A lot of highlights. Hard to put it into one thing. I don't know. It's a fun trip. I've been there plenty of times. I wish I went to a pool party this time. You know, I was just so busy with other stuff. That's kind of what I wish I did. Those pool parties, man, those are fun. That's usually the highlight. But this time it was other stuff. You know, I went to XRP conference, Bitcoin conference, met, you know, some of you guys, and it, you know, it's a lot of fun, man. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, Trader Joe token on AVAX, yeah. Man. But yeah, exactor 0, yeah, currency, okay. But yeah, let's see, Bitcoin dominance. That's, yeah, so you confirmed what we wanted to confirm in the 2-week. Now, can you go higher? I think you probably topped out, man, but it could bounce around. I mean, maybe 66, maybe, but I think you're kind of topping out here. So yeah. But no, I mean, it's that others versus, yeah, it's, but that's the thing too. The thing that you want to look at too, that I haven't even looked at too much recently, others versus Ethereum. Now, if this can jump higher, bounce and jump higher, then you're looking at something. That's an interesting chart, but yeah, I don't know. Monero, yeah, some of these are, you know, some of these are. Shout out to Nightshade. I know he holds, I know he was into Monero. That's, yeah. I mean, if history repeats, you guys know the obvious thing. This is going to top out. It topped out early. This tops out early, too. December 2017, when most of the market, you know, it's topped out like 2 weeks before everything. It's topped out months, you know, well, okay, April was kind of that top, but yeah, I don't know if this is going to make a new all-time high. We'll see, though. Thing is, I'm curious if you got in there, yeah. But no, things still look damn good, I'll tell you that much. I mean, the crypto.com, you know. Well, if you're looking at that, then that's a good drop down. But if it's they usually skip a generation. If you're looking at this situation, let's take a look-see here. That's really, I'm hoping for this. This is really what we're hoping for crypto.com. Kind of that situation. And that would be up to, I think it would be a good goal. 27 cents, you know, to 30 to 40 cents here, I think would be a really good goal. I don't know if you're going to make a new all-time high, but 30, 40 cents, you know, 3x I think is a good shot here. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I want to hit the gym. I want to buy some creatine and all that. So I think I'm going to get going. We've been on about an hour. ZBCN. I have no clue what the hell that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the. Yeah, let's just see. I mean, of course it's on Mexi, but yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, the basic thing you could look at this would be do something like this, which that'll be interesting. Oh, okay. This would be a place to get out, and then these next places. So a tenth of 1 cent would be a place to look at too. I have no idea what this is going to do, but you're reacting from a major point right now, I'll tell you that much. So if you're up 8x, I would get the hell out, but that's just me. For all I know, it could go up another 100x. I have no idea, but yeah. T-bills is the, big depend on, yeah. I mean, I think the TLT is going to continue to kind of do well, but we'll see. Yeah. Oh, yeah, steak too, yeah. Yeah, I mean, food is the best thing. I think you're right, but yeah. I don't know, collagen peptides is the new craze. I mean, I don't know. Tell me what you think, Sam. I mean, I take zinc, magnesium, vitamin D, K2. The D is with the K2, and then some creatine and fucking collagen peptides. That's about it. And I cycle off. I haven't taken any supplements in a few weeks, so yeah. But anyway, yeah. Like I'm just, yeah. I mean, check out BYDFI. I like what they're doing with the exchange. They're doing some good stuff, so check out BYDFI. Link is down below. Check out BloFin as well, please. Both of them are pretty good. You know, they both got their bonuses and stuff, you know. So yeah, and then if you sign up, especially for my link, oh yeah, 10% off your fees for life on both of them if you sign up for my link. Forgot to mention that. Sign up to either of them, deposit at least $100, give you 1 free month in Aldo Empire VIP Discord that's down below. Working on some cool stuff for you guys. Sorry I've been a little bit absent the last week. Man, it was fucking, excuse the language. It was a lot in Vegas, man. But catching up on sleep, I slept about like 10 hours last night, so that's pretty good. Or well, yeah, about 9 or 10 hours. So yeah. Pre-workout beet powder. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah. I don't know if I. Oh, it's like a pill or whatever. Chocolate. Chocolate, I've heard of. Yeah. Pretty dark chocolate. Anyway. All right. Well, let's wrap it up. Let's look at Sol real quick, and then we'll wrap it up there. So yeah. Man, you know, sometimes you get those like good, you know. I like how this looks, man. This could be a jump, especially when you're looking at some of these time frames. Short term, this could be a pretty good, yeah. I mean, it could go lower. That weekly no 2.0, but yeah. But nothing too bad yet, so it could be a jump. I kind of think ETH will outperform it for now. But to come back up to these parts, that 188, you know, 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, I would be under these, kind of under these areas there. But that could work out. That could potentially work out. I like this setup. So I'll leave you guys there. I would look at